things we covered. Okay, so the most important thing was set the objectives before you start writing the report. Try to answer these questions, okay, before you start writing the report. There were some examples, okay, and some guidelines about how you can write the report. It can be how you can write the objectives. It can be in the form of statements, questions, or claims, hypotheses, okay, but you should not mix them. Okay, once you write the objective, then they can act as a criteria of what to include in the report and what not to include in the report. Okay, yeah. So when you're writing the objectives, keep in mind the limitations. Okay, don't write the objectives which are general and then the client may say, why did you do this, why did you do this, okay. So don't keep it general, be specific according to your limitations. If you're just going to do it for one area, the objectives should show that. Okay, the objectives should not be too long that you can't include everything in the objective, why you are doing it, how you are doing it, what you achieved and so on. Okay, keep them short and smart. Okay, so your objective should be specific. I already mentioned, don't go into too many details. Okay, and don't make it general. So be very specific. Objective should be measurable. Once you reach the end of the report, I should see your conclusions and I can go back to the objectives and see that you have achieved your objectives. Okay, they should be attainable. Okay, don't write the objectives. I will, remove poverty from the world. I will make the world a better place. Okay, something like this. Okay, don't do something like this. Okay, make it relevant. Okay, make it relevant to the organization. Make it relevant to the reader. Okay, and it should be time based. So while you're writing the objective, keep in mind that you have a timeline. So don't write anything which you cannot attain in a specific timeline. Okay, then now we are going to talk about the abstract, or what we also call as a summary of the report. Okay, now try to focus on the approach and the guidelines. Okay, obviously I cannot give you the examples of a complete summary. Usually summary is something longer. Okay. Okay, so in the report, sometimes you see the word abstract, sometimes you see the word executive summary. Okay, if by chance, by the miracle of Allah, if you have opened a book, then you will see executive summary written. Okay, so it depends upon your contents. Okay, it depends upon your contents. If you are writing a report which is very short, then at the start we call it an abstract, because if the report is very short, the abstract will also be short. Okay, but if you are writing a 1000-page book, obviously then so then we don't call it an abstract. We call it what? Executive summary. Okay, and usually that is longer. And I have seen executive summaries. I can upload a couple of examples for you on the blackboard. They are not here. But I can upload it for you to see. Okay, for technical reports. Okay, so when you are writing the abstract, first of all you have to select which areas of the report you want to include in the abstract or the summary. Everything which is in the report cannot be in the abstract or the summary. Okay, so try to first of all select which areas of interest you want to cover in the abstract. Okay, so I will cover results, I will cover objectives, I will cover conclusions, recommendations. Okay, something like this. Usually literature review or something which is general background is not included in the abstract or the summary. Okay, they are not so important. Your report is important. Background and literature review are done from the previous work. Somebody said environment is important. Somebody did the research for Bahrain. Somebody did the research for materials. Okay, so they are part of the report, but they should not be in the abstract because it is done by someone else. Okay. So areas of interest are those areas which you have done and included in the report. So it's your work. Okay, focus on your work while you are selecting. It should or it may include a list of keywords as well. So after the summary or the abstract, you will see a list of keywords. Okay, and we will talk about keywords later on in detail. Okay, so we have a summary or an abstract, and then we have a list of phrases or words which are called as keywords. Okay, a summary gives it's a general picture. Okay, for the report for those who want to be reminded what they have. But sometimes for those who will never read the whole report. Okay, so your boss. If you had that much time, you will not be your boss. You have that much time to read the report and write the report. There are people who don't have that much time. So most of the people, I would say with confidence that most of the people who will get your report or who will take your report will just read the abstract or the executive summary. Okay? Most of the people. The people who will eventually read more from your report, they will also decide whether to read or not on the basis of abstract or summary. Okay? So this is like your first impression of your report. Okay?
That's why we put it after the objectives.
We put it before the objectives. Before. Yes. Second page.
So why not for the appendices? Why not before the appendices? Because we used to do it with the chemical reports.
Before the appendices, meaning at the end? No. Like I said, and like I mentioned in the start as well, the flow of the report should be from the perspective of the reader. What he reads when. Okay? So the reader needs to see the abstract before he starts reading the report. Okay, this is what I was about to say, that all of the people will read the abstract or the summary. Some of them will decide I should read more on the basis of abstract or the summary. So if you open the report and the first chapter starts directly, then most of the readers will not read at all. You open the report, you see one paragraph or two paragraphs that is giving you the general picture of the entire report. Okay, so you will say, okay, let me spend 5 minutes. If it looks interesting, then I will see. Okay, or I don't have time. You already know you don't have time. We don't have time, right? Very basic, right? The class is till 6 o'clock. What can we do? Okay. So we don't have time. So those people will read your abstract or the summary. Okay. So if these people don't get the abstract or the summary at the start, most probably they will take your report and put it on the site. Okay. So this is why we put it at the start of the report. Second page. Simple. Second page. What is the first page? Title, the cover page. Okay. So this is the second page. Okay. Because this is what the readers need. Not because we need to put it there. This is what the reader needs. Okay. Okay. It makes the report's answer. Okay. Its conclusions and recommendations immediately available. Okay. Otherwise, I have to go through that entire report to see what are the results, what are the conclusions. Okay. So it will avoid me doing all this. Okay. What are the recommendations? I just want, like I said, let's say I'm the boss. I don't want to see the procedure and the budget and these things. Okay, what are the test standards you follow? What are the design standards you follow? I'm not interested in that. I will make the decisions. Okay, so I need to see it immediately. Okay, so this is where the abstract or the summary will come into play. Okay, it must summarize the contents. Okay, so don't make it too long. Even if it is an executive summary, it is longer than an abstract because the report or the book itself is longer. It's not because we are trying to put everything into it. Okay? Keep one thing in mind. It's a summary. So whatever you are doing, summarize it. Okay? Whatever you are doing, summarize it. findings should always be there. Okay, the most important findings should always be there. What are the most important findings, which are again important for the reader? The reader wants to decide something. Okay, so the things on the basis of which the reader will make the decision should be part of the abstract. So your reader is a client who is looking at the budget. So the information about the budget should be there. Your reader is your boss who will purchase new material on the basis of your recommendation. So the comparison of the material should be part of the abstract. Clear? Okay. So what the information should be summarized, and which information you will include, that is important for the reader to make important decisions. Okay, without going into the report. This is section, this is what I already mentioned. Anybody who takes your report, 99% of them will read the abstract or the summary, and that the remaining 1% will do what? 99% will read the abstract or the summary. The remaining?
They will think
they will not read at all. Okay, they will not read at all. Not your report, not this. Okay, anybody who reads this, anybody who doesn't read even this much, then most probably he will not even read the report as well. Okay, anybody who will read your report, he will start from there. Anybody who will not read your report, but he is still interested, will read this. Okay, so this is how much important it is. All the readers will go through. Okay, yeah. So these readers may be important people, decision makers, but obviously these people don't have that. Okay, now you people feel that we don't have that. Imagine if you are the boss of your company. Okay, how less time you will have. Okay. Keeps on missing something. Okay. So some important tips or guidelines when you are writing the abstract. Okay, keep it under 250 words if the report is up to 50 pages. So 250 words is like one paragraph. That's it. Okay. If you can make it even smaller, up to 100 to 150 words, okay, and it will appear on the second page of your report. Again, okay. More than 250 words for a short report is not good. It's too much. Okay. If you can even cut it down to 100 or 150 words, better. Okay, but these are just guidelines. It depends upon the reader and your report and the content. Okay, these are just guidelines. Can be longer or less. Use continuous clause, meaning it's continuous text, nothing else. This is continuous text. No tables, no figures, no references. Okay, just text. If you have to include some numbers, they will be part of the text. Okay, you want to say the budget is this much, don't include the entire table for the budget. You will just say the total budget of the project is this. Then, if you want to talk about the schedule, don't put the Gantt chart and the table for the schedule. Okay, just say this task will take this much. So words, text. Okay. Every word is important. Okay, so you have to limit the use of the words. Try to summarize it as much as possible. Okay, if you have any words that do not convey important information, remove them. Okay, avoid them. For example, do not say things like this. In this report, the failings of this was investigated. Okay, so what is the extra word here? In this statement, and the inverted commas in this report. Okay, so even when you make one sentence, okay, in that sentence there may be some words which are redundant, unnecessary. Okay, just remove them. Okay, and so on. Abstract is usually So we said it appears at the starting of the report, but don't write it at the starting of the report. Okay, something which I mentioned earlier. Okay, why? So you start writing title page, then you write the abstract. What's the problem? Just write the abstract. The report can be done later. What's the problem?
We don't have calculation, we don't have.
Yeah. The abstract is from the report. It gives the overall picture of the entire report. So until the report is finished, you don't know what is good in the abstract. Okay, so it's written at the end. Abstract is written at the end. You bear in mind. Yeah. In many cases, you will find, I don't know, how did you select the topics for your projects, okay? But if you select it on the basis of some searching, if you did some searching, you will find on Google and other databases, then you will find the title and the abstract, okay? And in many cases, the report is not available. So you know this is important or this is relevant on the basis of the abstract. Okay? So try to use the terms which are important in your report. The important terms from your report, make them part of the abstract. So if somebody searches, okay, so he will find the abstract easily available. Okay? Many companies do this. Even the government does this. Okay, so if you go to, for example, any ministry website for Bahrain, okay, so you may find a page, okay, report this. If you try to take the report may not be available. But on that page, you will find the title and the abstract. Okay, so from the abstract, I know on which project the ministry is working. Okay, or in which area the ministry is working. Okay, so make the abstract as relevant to the report, and the usage of the terms in the abstract should be relevant to the report. Okay, so if the report is about material testing, then the relevant words should appear in the abstract. Okay, sometimes you try to make the abstract too general. Okay, like you are writing like your report is technical and your abstract is like a newspaper article. Okay, everything is very easy. You are talking about world is facing this, Bahrain is facing this. No. Okay, try to be specific. Use the terms which are in the report. Okay. Yeah. So that people who are searching, okay, they can find the abstract and they know that this work is done in your report. Okay. Yeah, I already mentioned in some technical environments we use executive summary, but it depends upon the content. Okay, the content is larger, you will prefer executive summary. Okay, usually abstracts and many summaries are also 1 page long. Okay, abstract I told you this, like 1 paragraph. Okay, but even if you are writing the summary, don't make the summary too long. Okay, 1 page long is sufficient, and it should provide some quantitative information as well. Because it's for technical report. Technical reports has numbers, quantities. Okay, so include some of them in the abstract. Okay, so again the same thing. So these numbers will help your bosses and decision makers to decide about their decisions. Okay, there are 4 main parts of the abstract or the summary or a technical report. We have introduction. Okay, introduction of the report. Introduction of the report. It's not about yourself. It's not a general introduction. It's the introduction of the report. What do we include in the introduction of the report? Maybe some background information, and most importantly, the objectives. Okay, you may include some background information, but most important thing is the objectives. That what is the goal of this report? What is the aim of writing this report? Then methods. Write about the methods. Then the main findings and results, and then the conclusions and recommendations. Okay, now can someone tell me the difference between results and conclusions?
The result, maybe the calculation, and result,
Conclusions.
the final view of the topic.
Final two, yeah, okay, good. So result is something which you found, and And conclusion is something which you think, based upon the result, I think this should happen. This is true for someone. Okay? So I see the something happening, the test result was this, the budget is this. On the basis of this, I feel this is happening. Okay? So this is an example of all 4 parts included in the abstract. Okay? So this is a medical study. So there are, what was the first part? The introduction and the objective, right? So they wrote maybe one sentence, I believe. One sentence about the background. Okay, so this the first statement is about the background of this field. Long-term memory has been studied for decades, so it's something which people are using. Okay, basically long-term memory is explained again something which is related to the background. Okay, in other words, along so on and so forth. Okay, so this is all the background of the introduction. Then the method. Okay, to increase the benefit of study of long-term memory, we investigate and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is the method which they are applying, and the method includes the aim as well. The method includes the aim as well. What they are doing, they are investigating the extent to which explanation is accurate and descriptive of long-term memory. Okay, so this is their aim. Okay, and the method is mentioned in the same sentence, so they do not. It's not mentioned separately. Okay, otherwise, the preferable way is that the objective of or the aim should be a separate statement. Okay, the objective or the aim should be a separate statement. Okay. Then we come to the findings or the results. Okay, the main outcome is that 2 regimes are found, and first regime is this, second regime is this. They have mentioned some numbers as well, relevant numbers to their field. We don't know. Okay, so this is the main finding, the discussion about the finding if you want to discuss it, and then the conclusion and recommendation. So on the basis of this finding, for a certain range of alpha, the physical explanation and this. Okay, and so this is the result. Oh, sorry, this is the conclusion. Okay, and this is what is this? The last statement is recommendation. Okay, so they are proposing something for others to do on the basis of their study. Okay. Okay, then we said that with the abstract or the summary, we may also provide keywords. Okay, so what are keywords? The important words or concepts found in your research question or report or thesis. Okay, they could be words, single words, or they could be the entire term. Okay, if it is used together, like in civil engineering, we use reinforced concrete design. It's a term. 3 words, right? 3 words. Reinforced concrete design. But it is used together. In the field, it is used together. Okay, so we consider it as one keyword. Because this entire term is used together. Can you give me an example from your field? Any combination of words that is used as one term? You are from chemical, right? Give me an example from chemical. Nothing. Yeah, chemical, right? Same thing what happened in the exam. The question comes, we cannot think of it. From where? Mechanical? Chemical, no? We have? You have what? But those letters mean something, right? There's a term behind it. Then we should make it short as letters, right? Anything? Nothing? Okay. You heard about crankshaft? Crankshaft. The piece in there. Huh? Crankshaft. Okay. It's like used together. Okay. So this can be a term. You can. Okay. So if you are using crankshaft, it's one keyword because it is used together. Okay. If you say environmental sustainability, usually used together. Okay. Artificial intelligence, everybody knows, right? Artificial intelligence, used in all the fields, right? Okay. You can use it too much, right? I don't know. No? Okay. So artificial intelligence, two words, right? Now they are used together. So it's one term. Got it? Okay. So the keywords can be words, or they can be concepts, or they can be terms which are combination of words. Okay, but they will be considered as one keyword as long as they are used together. Okay, don't make up things. Okay, use something which is common. Okay, use something which is common. Okay, if you say door, window, nobody will understand what you are talking about. Door and window are two separate words. You came up with something more, like you put door and windows together. Okay, don't do something like this. Keywords should be common. So when you use them, somebody sees it, he knows you are talking about what. Okay, because this is given to for the reader to see if he or she should read the report or not. It should capture the essence of your paper. Okay, it should be relevant to the paper. It should give an idea what the paper is about and so on and so forth. Okay. It will act as a tool for the people who are searching in this topic to search your paper. Again, I mentioned that in many cases the abstract is available, the keywords are available, and the title is available. And people will decide whether I should buy this report, whether I should look into this report on the basis of these things. So it will help the people who are searching online to search for a report. Okay. Even when you upload things, then they will ask you in which area this report falls into. So again, you will select your keywords. Okay, so the report is about this. Okay, if the search engines can find your report or manuscript or whatever, readers will be able to find it as well. Okay, and this will increase your readership. Okay, something which is important in the academic service. If you wrote a book, wrote a research paper, that's important. Like we are mad people, we write it and then we are worried who will read it. Anyways. Okay. To be effective keywords should be chosen carefully. Okay, so you have a limitation here. You cannot put 20 keywords. Okay, most optimum number of keywords are 5. Okay, so number of keywords you can have is 5. Okay, and it has nothing to do with how long is your report. You cannot say my report is 500 pages, so I will write 50 keywords. No, even in that case, 5, 6, 7, that's enough. Got it? Okay, so there is no negotiation. Okay, so choose your keywords carefully. Okay, and make sure the keyword should represent the content of the report. Okay, or the manuscript, and it should be specific to your field or subfield. Try to be as specific as you can. Try to be as specific as you can. Okay, don't choose the words which are general. Okay, so let me give you some examples that are given here. So you can see the title, the example of poor keywords and better keywords. Okay, the title is direct observation of non-linear optics in isolated carbon nanotube. Okay.
Story.
Okay. Don't ask me what it is. Okay. I don't know. Now you look at the keywords. Okay. The bad keywords and the good keywords. Okay. Can you see the difference between them? What can you notice between this and this? Why this one is better than the other one?
More specific.
It's more specific. Okay. Anything else? So this one says molecules, optics, lasers, all general terms. Okay, this one has more specific terms. Okay, anything more? Anything else?
It's like two words became like a sentence.
Yeah, they have used combination of words, terms. Instead of focusing on single words, they are using terms, so they are more explanatory. They help you understand more. Okay, when you are using single words. So these are providing you concepts which are part of the report. Concepts which are part of the report. This looks like that somebody took words and put them here. But these keywords are telling you what concepts are discussed in the report. Okay, what else? Anything else?
Maybe it's common.
Which one?
The word common.
Yeah, the words are common. This is more specific. But one more thing is, now you see this one? It does not appear in the title. Keywords tells you that you studied this effect as well. So keyword is providing something more than the title. Okay? So it's more specific, provides better explanation, and provides more information than the title. Okay? Second one, region specific neuronal degeneration after blah blah blah. Okay? Now what is anything new between these two? Yeah, even the poor keywords are using some terms. Okay, they are using some terms which are important. So what is the problem? Why this one is better than the other one?
The same as the title.
Huh?
Same as the title.
Same as the title. So they have taken most of the words from the title. Okay, anything else? Anything else?
Words that are related
Huh?
to the topic. Words that are related to the topic.
Words are more related to the topic. Okay. One more thing is, you see, abbreviation, explanation. It should not be done. What did I tell you? Use keywords which everybody knows. Okay. So you put something, and then you are trying to explain it. That means nobody knows this. Okay. It's better to remove it and put something else. Okay. Then this one is like it's giving you the topic as well, like which topic we are talking about. The disease response. Okay, then the last one, title, increasing level of this at former glacial or interglacial transitions. Okay. So again, you can see the poor keywords, general. Climate change, erosion, plant effects. Okay. If you look at better keywords, they are more specific. Okay. And again, if you look at them, they are giving you more information than the title. So we are talking about something which we call as soil erosion. Do you see anything here about biodegradation here? No, right? Again, more information. Okay, more specific, more information. Okay?
So what here is the analysis.
Sorry?
Organic acid. This is in the title.
What?
Organic acid. It's in the better
Yeah,
part.
yeah. Yeah, you can include some words from the title as well. Some, not all. Okay, some words can be included from the title, no problem. Okay. Okay. Okay, obviously you two will be together. That's 7, right? It should be 3 and 4. Do 4 and do 3. Yeah, making some sort of. Okay? Okay? Okay. That 3 groups. Okay, so you 4 are working together. Okay? You 4 are working together. And you 3 are working together. You can go. Okay. Now you see the abstract, right? You see the abstract. Try to come up with the keywords. Read the abstract. Obviously, I cannot leave you just with the title. So read the abstract. Try to come up with the keywords. Limit 5. The limit of the keywords is 5. Don't make it more than 5.